Hello, this is May, and welcome to another Life of a Video Game Collector vlog. This time we are going to be discussing something that people that were raised in the 80s and 90s were probably more attached to than people later than that, and that's arcades. And specifically, this episode we're going to be talking about home arcades. A lot of you guys probably know that arcades in general are making a revival, making a big splash, coming back. And a part of that is due to the nostalgia of people my age, older, some slightly younger than me, that grew up going to the arcades. I remember when I was in grade school, I went to the arcade with my family or bowling alley that had arcades, and played, the Marvel versus Capcoms, or, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and stuff like that. So, from my elementary days to middle school, I played a lot of arcade games, and it kind of died off later middle school. That's when DDR got big, and I'm not into that game whatsoever. Oddly enough, one of my exes was huge into DDR, and I actually ended up buying her a pad. Stop rambling on, but I want to get to home arcades, which has gotten specifically big because of arcade one-ups and people my age with the nostalgia that want to have their own arcade in their house. So another point on one of my previous videos where I talk about collecting in your 30s, it's hard to do a home arcade unless you have it planned out that that's all you're going to do. For me, I don't have the space for it, even though I have pre-ordered the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade one-up, and we'll do a build on that on this channel. I do have one I'm going to mod, and I do have another project that I'm hoping to do, which will be a Scott Pilgrim expanded 27-inch arcade one-up style arcade. So I'm really excited to do those, but right now I actually don't even have space in this office to have one space for an arcade one-up. I have a kiosk here, a kiosk there, and just games and TVs. I don't have that much space, but I do have a garage that I do have a Marvel Superheroes cab in. It needs some work. The monitor needs to be recapped and all that good stuff, but that's something that can get repaired in a little bit. It's functional now. Everything else from what I see works good, but I do have a friend that actually works in arcades, so hopefully I can have him fix that or take a look at it sometime soon. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I have this internal battle, as probably a lot of collectors do, if you want to recreate some of that stuff from your childhood. One thing specific is, in my area, there is a NFL Blitz cab that me and my friends were eyeballing, because when we go to one of our local arcades uptown, it's got a lot of games, but we play Blitz. We play a lot of the retro stuff, but one of the things we always go to is have a little tournament of Blitz where we play some of that. We play some NBA Jam, all that stuff. And this arcade that I seen on a classified Craigslist, $450 for a 2-player Blitz 2000 Gold, which is an amazing deal. And I am having a hard time trying to decide if I should pick it up or not. And this video is not for that. I will figure that out on my own, but I think it's just along the lines that people want some sort of arcade in their house, especially around the age demographic that I'm at, where arcade one-ups offer a specific niche where it's a home arcade, where it's smaller, it's easier to move, you can have multiple of them. You can also build one through a man cave arcade. You can buy ones that were in arcades before that were beaten to crap, but hopefully well taken care of to where you don't have to repair that much of it. But there are so many options now that it's hard not to get into the I want an arcade. So wanted to basically just ramble about that and see what you guys think, because I love arcades. I do. One of my things with my future game room in the future is that I want to be more active in my game room. So it's not just going to be games and console games everywhere. I want I want an air hockey, bubble hockey, some arcade games, some stuff where friends, my in-laws, my family can come over and we can play and be active in my game room. And some people love that stuff. Some people just want it for games, and to each their own. I'm not judging you in any sort of way, but for me, I just love the idea of being active in my game room and not necessarily just sitting around eating Doritos and Mountain Dew and playing video games, which I used to love to do when I was younger. I just don't have the time to do that as much now, and if I do activity, I like to be more active about it. So that's something that me and my friends do every once in a while. We'll go to Up-Down in Minneapolis and do some arcade games, or me and the wife will go to a small arcade, do some air hockey arcade games and stuff like that. We love that. And I'm assuming that a lot of people love that too. Let me know what you guys think, but there are so many options. Like even here, there's always going to be Craigslist. Craigslist ads for smaller companies that do custom builds, and they add Raspberry Pis or a small PC. Here locally, I forget the company's name, but I know in the greater Toronto area, there's Man Cave Arcades that CGR uses, and other prominent greater Toronto area YouTubers might use as well. But to me, those are kind of like a little bit on the fence about, because technically you're making money, you're doing work for certain things, but you don't own the ROM. So I'm kind of on the fence about those. But at the same time, I do have a Raspberry Pi and a bar top that I built myself, which is another option. You can do bar top options. You can build it online. Honestly, the bar top I built is drastically cheaper than the arcade one up that I bought, and it's a better quality, it's a better build, it's more firm, more sturdy, and all that stuff. But part of that's because my aunts-in-law work at a printing company, so I got the graphics for cheap. So anyways, there are so many options, and I think even people that wouldn't consider themselves gamers, because I have a bunch of friends that they would not consider themselves gamers in any sort of stance, want the arcade experience in their house because it's just cool. So what do you guys think? Do you have an arcade? I want to see it, so leave a link in the description below. And if you have been having these feelings like me, let me know, comment below. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Until next time, this is Smitty, and make sure you guys get your game on. Peace.